What it do out there? This is the Cool Club. I want to go ahead and get into this review for Dragon Ball. Salute to all the Dragon Ball Z fans. I want to get into the review for Dragon Ball Superhero. This is the new movie that came out. I'm not sure if it's out in the States just yet. I saw it fan sub. I mean, not fan sub. I saw it subtitled in Japanese. But this was a great. I liked the movie. I thought it was a great filler movie. If you know how Dragon Ball Z movies are done, like sometimes they're not always they don't always feature the main character, which I like. I'm sick of in Super of the Goku and Vegeta show. I'm sick of it. This isn't that type of party where like they trying to make Dragon Ball like a Saturday morning cartoon. Like, no, Dragon Ball is brutal. Dragon Ball Z has been brutal. Like, that's how it is. It's not a Saturday morning cartoon. Quit trying to sell toys and all this goofy stuff. Like, let them get it in blood, sweat, and tears. That's Dragon Ball Z is the struggle. That's what brought us to it. The martial arts combat, the struggle. They taking out in Super, they're taking all of the struggle out of it. They're taking the threat level out of it. Like you could just use the Super Dragon Balls, do whatever you want. Like when they start doing all of that, all these universes and stuff, this isn't Marvel. Kill that. So, but let me get into the movie to review. In the beginning of the movie, you see we have what is this kid named Magenta is the leader of the Red Ribbon Army. The Red Ribbon Army is still operating very much so in power. Like they got a lot of high tech technology, like some illusions where you take illusion technology where you can't even see where their hidden base is. They got a lot of tech. And that character, Magenta, is a funny guy. Him and his assistant, they are two funny characters in this show. Dragon Ball is not just known for its combat. It's also known for the funny stuff, like, the filler characters, I like the episodes of I like the filler episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Like, I like those episodes where this was what made the show. When Goku was just chilling, when they was waiting for the Cell games, Goku and Gohan chilling in a Super Saiyan form, training, fishing and doing that, just doing their form of relaxing and training before the fight. While Vegeta is, doing the typical Vegeta thing and everybody else training in their own way. People still shopping. Life is still going on. You even see the antics with Mr. Satan. I love those little nuanced things, like seeing them shopping or just seeing these type of characters living life. Like those wind down moments are great. In the beginning of this film, it was a great lead up, to when he went and bailed out. This is Dr. Gero's nephew, I think. They went and bailed him out. So in order to finish this new cell that they have now I'll get into that, but they have a new cell that they making. So they're segueing into that. He picks him up from jail. It's a funny scene where the kid is getting out of jail and people is bullying him. Like, they like, you little punk, you weirdo. And as soon as he gets out, he has a little hidden capsule. He tosses a bomb in there and blows everybody up. This just goes to show you his quirky, he's a villain, but he's like an innocent, quirky kid, being not knowing what he's really doing. He has a lot of power, doesn't know what he's really doing. So then you have this leads up to great scene that I like with Pan-chan, with Pan and Piccolo. Pan and Piccolo's relate. They're like this. The same way Gohan and Piccolo were like this. Pan and Piccolo are the same way. And she can't fly yet. He's trying to train her, but Piccolo not taking it easy. Piccolo smacking her into a brick wall. Bang, bang. Piccolo don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Like, I think that's very funny because he's not taking it easy on. He wants to train her and make sure she's, she's sufficient to be able to stand against these threats. He's like, he the same with Gohan. He made him strong. Gohan's strong because of Piccolo. You know, he made him strong. Well, he has his combat nature because of Piccolo. Like Gohan has a lot of hidden power, but Piccolo, like just throughout this movie, that's what Piccolo's trying to go. He's going to Gohan, trying to get him, you know, get his fighting spirit, for him to recognize his fighting spirit again, because Gohan's right now fell off again. He's studying, doing what he usually do. Gohan usually takes these hiatuses and starts to get weak, seemingly to get weak when he's studying and doing all of that. But Piccolo came. So Piccolo, what he's doing, he's figured out that the Red Ribbon Army actually is what they're trying to do. They have and this is because they create, what happens is the other kid creates these robots. He creates these androids, per se. Yeah, these androids now are superhero based androids. For some reason, this kid, Dr. Giro's nephew, has a asphyxiation with superheroes, hence the title of the movie. So he's into superheroes. So he designs these androids with a superhero mindset. They think that Piccolo and them and Goku and them are terrorists or, you know, enemies of the earth. So one of the androids seeks out Piccolo while he training and meditating to go try to fade him, go, you know, catch a fade with him. You know, Piccolo holds it down, but for the most part, he can't beat him by himself. So Piccolo basically hides in a smoke screen, in the smoke of the blast, and hides and dips, so the android ends up going his own way. That was pretty peculiar to me, because it's like you didn't. But I think these androids, I guess they're androids. They can't sense ki. They can't sense Kai. So Piccolo was able to just hide in plain sight, like, you know, hide behind a rock. Now, if this was anybody else, Piccolo wouldn't be able to do that because they could sense his ki. But so they go back to the Red Ribbon Army base, the android. They tells him he thinks he destroyed Piccolo, and they goes and gives him the rundown of what's going on and the basically the analytics that they got from that battle. Goku and Vegeta, they're all off planet or off world, fighting with training with Whis and Beerus. They're off world training with Whis and Beerus, and for some reason, Bulma can't get in contact with them. Whis ain't picking up his little phone or whatever. So Piccolo he figures out that he needs to go infiltrate the Red Ribbon Army. What Piccolo does, he goes and infiltrates, knocks out a soldier, infiltrates the Red Ribbon Army. So he's just in there, and that's another great scene from this movie. Like the comedy was top notch in this movie. The comedy was top notch. Piccolo infiltrates the Red Ribbon Army. And he's in there, and another employee. Like Piccolo has to dip off, he has to leave and come back. And one time Piccolo leaves and he's talking like he's in line in the with the other soldiers, and one of the soldiers is talking to Piccolo like, "Man, where did you go? What happened? Where did you go, man?" And Piccolo's like, "Oh, my stomach, something I ate, diarrhea." And the dude looking at him like, "Man, you do look kind of green." Great comedy, man. This is the top-notch comedy writing at its finest. This is where Dragon Ball needs to be, with this quirkiness, with this and with this comedy and things like that. It's top-notch. And they also have the dealings with Magenta and Dr. Giro's nephew. I just don't feel like looking up his name right now. But you know, that kid their interactions are funny. You know, great interactions between the two of them, because one of them they just have approaches of the things. Magenta secretly doesn't like, the Red Ribbon Army leader secretly doesn't like that kid, because he hates the fact that Magenta is like, "Man, why aren't you working on Cell instead of these superhero androids?" And the kid and Dr. Giro's nephew is like, "Look, I don't like the look of Cell. Cell basically looks like a villain. Like, I don't," and so he's kind of like stalling on completing him. So, and Magenta's like, "Man, come on, man. This kid better hurry up, man." So Piccolo finds out what they're really trying to do about the Cell. So he goes to Gohan again, trying to get Gohan's fighting spirit together. So what happens is in order to draw Gohan out, they kidnap Pan. And that's another funny instance where they send Piccolo Piccolo and another big raccoon-looking soldier. This soldier kind of resembles Raccoon from the Ginyu Force. They send him and Piccolo to Pan's daycare to go pick her up. And instead of Piccolo going to go get her, it's the soldier goes, the big huge soldier tries to go pick up Pan, and she like, I don't know you, and boom, and basically drop him in one punch. And it's like, and he's like, Piccolo, like, he comes up and like, okay. Soon as Piccolo has his helmet and mask on, soon as he approaches though, Pan just knows it's him. She's from that familiar with Piccolo, and she's willing to go with him. And while the soldier's knocked out, Piccolo informs her of this is like of what the plan is. So act like when this soldier wakes up, act like you're in distress, but you know that I'm gonna protect you the whole way. And her and Piccolo, like I said, I love their little relationship. It's great. He's like a second father. He's like our big uncle. And so when Piccolo now he knows that he can protect Pan, and he also knows that this is gonna fuel Gohan to actually now get his fighting form back, because Cell's finna come back, and they need Gohan because Goku and Vegeta is off world. So when after that you have they get to the Red Ribbon base, and this is where the action really ensues. When they get to the Red Ribbon base and bring Pan back, Piccolo and a soldier goes to Gohan's school again, or wherever he's studying, and tell him they have Pan. And you know, as soon as they say that, it's on. Gohan nearly breaks the school, the foundation under the school, like the ground, nearly cracks the whole ground, dropping the school into the ground. Gohan is now ready and to handle business. So as they get to the Red Ribbon base, they're on the ship, him, Piccolo, and the soldier. As before the ship even touches down, like he see Pan before the ship touches down to land. He just blows it. Gohan just blows it and then lands himself. I guess to the soldier and to Piccolo, who he didn't know was Piccolo, get on the ground however you can, because he just blowed it and just landed. Now Gohan's ready. So in this battle, he first goes up against I think this is the superhero android number 1. And he goes up against, this is a great battle. Those androids are not weak. The androids aren't weak. They're pretty high level, I would say, because they're going toe to toe with Super Saiyan, with Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So one android was able to go to match Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and Ultimate Gohan. They was pretty much on an even kill. So those androids were made pretty powerful. Dr. Gero's nephew is a pretty smart guy, pretty smart kid. So during that fight, while they're fighting, one of the androids gets bested pretty much. Because Piccolo, I left out the big part. Piccolo, before they got to the Red Ribbon base, the big thing in this movie is Piccolo has now got an upgrade. I wish that they would have did this in another way, but he still got a power upgrade. Piccolo you got to remember, the commies are God on Earth. Piccolo should be a lot more powerful and have a lot more. He should be keeping up with the transformations of the Saiyans and things like that. That was done. Like Piccolo, he's a little weaker than them. He's always gonna be weaker. But Piccolo matches, like he can always match the secondary villains. That's how it works. He grows in power with them, with his training, with the Saiyans and everybody else. So this transformation he got, the upgrade, it's okay. Like I like it. It's all right. I'm just glad he got one. But it's like, come on, man, this is long overdue, and it could have been a lot better. He basically had to wish for it. Like come on, like you wish for a power. That's akin to Vegeta taking the shortcut with the brute wave, in GT. But anyway, so Piccolo, fast forward again. Gohan is besting, and Gohan and Piccolo is bested the androids. So and the androids have and Piccolo has also got in the androids' mind and made them realize that, look, these are the villains, not us. Look, they've kidnapped the child. We ain't did nothing. We just trying to get him back. So the androids now have woken up. So Magenta, the Red Ribbon Army leader, realized he ain't got nothing else. Like, but the last thing to do is start up Cell, because the androids now is turned on. He like, look, well, our last hope for us to get our plan going is to start Cell up again. I mean, and we have to do it now. So while he rushes in there with his henchmen to do that, you have Dr. Giro's nephew flies in there to be like, hold on, man, the androids are still out. Because if you unleash, he knows that Cell's not ready. He's unstable. Like, you can't control him mentally. This Cell is just a brute nut. This Cell is just a yelling nut. That's all this Cell is. He's nuts. Like, look, I'm going to get to that because I don't want to make this video too long, but I really want to touch on that. Because the villain is one of the most important things of all programming. Or when the villain, like the why of why the hero is doing what he do. The person that you're only as good as the person that you're going up against. So Dr. Giro's nephew flies in, sees Magenta trying to start up Cell, and he's like, hold on, my androids is out there, let them handle it. And Magenta's like, man, them stupid androids, like, they confused, they turn they turning on me, and what's his name, and Dr. Giro's nephew is like, they're just confused, they don't know who the true enemy is. And he like, well, that's because you programmed them with that stupid superhero mentality. Man, I wish you never did that. And that's the problem. And you've been neglecting Cell. So Magenta basically pulls out a gun, shoots Dr. Giro's nephew. Like, look, I've been waiting. And he said, I've been waiting to do this. Like, I've been wanting to do it. So once she does that, Magenta's up there programming Cell in, trying to get him started. Boop, Dr. Giro's nephew pop right back up. Like from the dead. And you looking at like, I'm looking like, what? But I remember that he said he has some technology to where it strengthened his skin and his clothes. Like, he's not impervious to Kai blast and nothing like that, but bullets and things like that, it's kind of like he's nearly bulletproof. So he was able to pop back up. But so Magenta was like, okay, well, I anticipated this, tore off his clothes. Now he has a robotic body. A robotic body of armor. So he's finna crush Dr. Giro's nephew when Dr. Giro's nephew caused this little bee to stick him in the neck. And that bee's poisonous. So basically Magenta got poisoned. But still, it was too late. He already activated Cell Max. That's what his name, Cell Max. He already activated Cell Max. So Cell Max he's activated, just going buck noodles crazy. And he's huge. Like, I love Cell is one of my favorite villains. I love Cell because of his English elegance. Like he was like an elegant guy, you know what I mean? But he was strong. Like, he was of course, we know from his transformations, he transformed from that little bug to the